Good morning. Welcome to the first day of our January challenge. I hope you are well this morning or at whatever time you're tuning in. I'm really excited to be working out with you today. Today is a full body routine. We're not going to be needing any equipment, so it's body weight resistance only. If you're used to using weights or ankle weights, you can definitely add them in, but I almost challenge you to do it without any weight at all. Sometimes it's nice to just get back to basics and really focus on that deep core engagement through breathing, on alignment, good form, and muscle engagement. So today's workout does include a warm-up and cool down. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to begin with my legs crossed. You can be kneeling or you can be standing for this, whatever's more comfortable for you. I'm going to stack the vertebra one on top of the other, sitting up really nice and tall with good posture. The shoulders are down away from the ears. The neck is long, the chin is parallel with the floor, and the crown of the head is elevated up toward the ceiling. Let's start off by moving into some shoulder rolls. So we're going to lift our shoulders up and roll them down and back. Lift them up by the ears and roll them down and back. Now, as you roll those shoulders, I want you to really focus on opening up through the chest. Good. For 3 and 2, shrugging away any stiffness or tension. And last 1. Take your hands to your abdominals. And from here, we just want to ensure that we're getting that core engagement with every breath. So we want to breathe deeply in through the nose, filling the back of the rib cage. And then as we exhale, we want to draw that belly button tightly in toward the spine, contracting the abdominal wall. Good. Breathing in through the nose, relaxing the abdominals. And then as we exhale, we're drawing the belly button tightly in toward the spine. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Engage that core through the entire range of that exhale. Good. Last 1. And exhale all the air out of the lungs while keeping the core engaged and relaxing those shoulders. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to take the arms out in front, palms facing forward. We're going to inhale here and then exhale, open arm twist to the left, looking out over left shoulder, stretching through the neck and back to center. Inhale and exhale, open arm twist over to the right, keeping the hips facing forward, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears as we alternate from side to side. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale, wring the air out of the lungs as you twist, warming up the thoracic spine. Good. For 2. And last 1. Amazing. Lower the hands down. Place your left hand down on the mat and reach up over to the left. Good. Lengthening through the side body. Lower right hand and reach up over to the right. As you do so, alternating from side to side, I want you to keep your bum cheeks down on the floor, or if you're standing, you want to make sure that you're lengthening through center and then reaching and feeling that stretch from the hip all the way out through those fingertips. Good. Reach and stretch. And last one, reach and stretch. Amazing. Now from here, we're going to move into an all fours position. We're going to place the hands below the shoulders and the knees are below the hips. From here, we're going to drop the belly, rolling the shoulders down, bringing the gaze up. And then take a deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to round to the spine and scoop that belly in, really vacuum it up toward the ceiling. Good. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round, drawing your belly in and tucking your tailbone. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your navel in, tuck your tailbone, and create space between each of your vertebrae. Good. Inhale, and exhale, really push mat away. Mobilizing the spine, getting into that breathing pattern, and core engagement. Good. Bring the spine back to neutral. From here, we're going to drop down onto the left forearm. And from here, we're going to bring the knee toward the elbow and extend the right leg. Good. Knee toward the elbow and extend the right leg. So we're just mobilizing the hip here and stretching out the leg. Good. For 3, lengthen through those toes. 2, find length through the side body. And last 1, reach and stretch and lower down. Let's take that over to the other side. So lowering down onto right forearm, extending left leg, bringing left knee toward left elbow and extending. Let's go. 4, finding length, opening up in the hip. 3, 2, amazing work. And last 1, and stretch. Lower the knee down. Take the hands about shoulder distance apart on the mat. Curl the toes and pike up into a downward dog. Breathing deeply here, lifting those hips nice and high. You can bend the knees as much as you need to flatten out the upper back and get those hips up. We're going to lift up on the toes, inhale, and exhale, draw heels down toward the mat. Inhale and exhale for 3. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the mat. Just feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And last 1, lower knees, and roll those shoulders down and back. Nicely done. Now that we've mobilized a lot of our joints and we're feeling a little bit more warm, we're going to get into our core work. So I'd like you to sit up really nice and tall. Press your hands into the backs of your thighs and use that pressure in the backs of your thighs to push yourself into a really nice, tall, upright position. So the vertebrae are stacked one on top of the other. Legs are about hip distance apart here. We're going to start warming up the abdominal wall. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone and start curving the spine into the shape of a C, really scooping out here and engaging the abdominal wall. Straightening the arms, take another deep inhale here, and exhale, pull belly to spine and lift. Good. Inhale. Exhale, C, curve back, engage those abdominals, hold, deep inhale, and exhale, pull belly in the whole way up. Now we're going to float the arms, inhale here, and exhale, curve back. Only curve back as far as you can with abdominal control. If it starts to hurt the low back, don't go back that far. It's better that you only go back a little ways, but that you feel it in the abs and you're not straining your lumbar spine. Amazing work, rolling up and down, feeling the tension on those abs as you hold in your C curve, and then breathing out to lift, engaging abdominal wall. Let's go back a little bit further this time if we can. Amazing. Holding for 5, 4, 3, shoulders down away from the ears, and 1, lift it up. Now we're going to come down into our C curve and hold, going back as far as you can with good control. And we're going to step the feet out a little bit further in front, lifting the toes so just the heels are in contact with the mat. From here, we're going to bring one knee in and then go back into that curve. Bring the other knee in and go back. Good. So you're drawing the belly button to the spine as you're driving the knee in toward the chest. Good. Holding with that tension on the abs and then repeating, alternating sides here. Let's go 6, belly to spine. 5, amazing work. 4, keep the shoulders down away from the ears. 2, and last 1. From here, we're going to slowly lower down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Nice work with that stability and core engagement. From here, we're going to take our hands behind our head. Fingers are interlaced. Elbows are nice and wide, and we're going to continue to work the core. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, pressing low back into the mat and engaging belly to spine as we breathe out to lift, alternating knees coming in toward the forehead. Keep those elbows nice and wide, pressing low back into the floor, and lifting that forehead up toward bent knee. Good. As you come up, you peel head, neck, and shoulders up, resting your head on top of your shoulders. Your gaze should be looking out between your inner thighs. You're doing great. Good. Really focusing on that breath and abdominal engagement. For 2 and final 1. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to bring the legs into tabletop as we crunch up. So we're bringing the right knee into tabletop, curling up, left knee into tabletop, holding in our crunch, and then lowering your right leg, lowering your left leg, lowering head, neck, and shoulders. So right leg up, we crunch up, left leg up, lower, lower, and lower head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Repeat. Curl up, knee up, other knee up, lower, lower, lower head, neck, and shoulders. So we're holding in that crunch. The elbows stay nice and wide. Good. Bringing one knee into tabletop and then lowering one foot and then the other. Good. Keeping that tension on the abs. Amazing work. We've got 2. And lower. Last 1. We're going to hold it here with both legs in tabletop. Nice work. Now you have some options here. You can keep head, neck, and shoulders lifted or lower them down to the mat. We're going to be extending one leg out long and then bringing it back, extending the other leg out long and bringing it to tabletop. If that's too much, you can tap alternating toes down to the mat, keeping the legs bent. Let's go. Holding in your crunch or lowering down to the mat as we extend the legs or tap the toes. Breathe out to extend the legs. Remember, if you're holding in your crunch, you're focusing on keeping the head, neck, and shoulders lifted, creating a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. Your gaze is looking out between your inner thighs. Really tighten through that abdominal wall. Good. We've got 4 and 3. Amazing work. Lift up a little higher into that crunch if you can. For 2. And last 1. Nicely done. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Amazing work. Take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're going to work into our obliques. So we're going to take the hands behind the head again, and we're going to start over on this left side. So we're going to inhale, feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart, and exhale, cross over, right elbow to left knee, and then extend left leg, holding the head just hovering above the floor. Repeat, crossing over and extending left leg. Inhale to center, exhale to cross over. Good. And as you do so, I want you to really press your lower back down onto the mat. Nicely done. Lift that right shoulder blade up off the floor. For 4, lift up a little higher. 3, nice work. For 2, and final 1, and lower foot down to the floor. Repeating opposite side. Left elbow to right knee, and then extend. Pick up that left shoulder blade and extend. Pick it up and extend the leg long. As you come up, you're rotating around the rib cage while keeping your hips even and keeping your lower back pressing down onto the floor. You're doing so well. Give me 5 and 4. Lift up a bit higher into your crunch. For 3 and 2 and 1. We're going into crisscross now. Variation. Feet on the floor, picking them up like so, keeping the knees bent. More challenging variation, you've got one leg extended. Good. Crossing from side to side, working deep into that waistline and those obliques. Good, keeping the elbows nice and wide. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, engage the core, for 5, 4, 3, nearly there, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Nice work. Take your right hand over your right knee, left hand over your left knee, and just circle those knees in opposite directions for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take hold behind your thighs and roll up into a seated position. Nice work. We're now going to move into some lower body work. So I'm just going to take a moment to reset the shoulders, drawing them down away from the ears, rolling them back. Good. Now from here, I'd like you to come to the top of your mat and spread your fingers. Your wrists are below your shoulders. Your knees are below your hips. We're going to extend the left leg out long, squaring the hips with the mat. We're going to drive the left knee in toward the chest and then extend it long. Tap the toe down and lift the leg to torso height. So really square your hips with the mat here. Bend, extend, tap, and lift. Bend, extend, tap, and lift. So I want you to really lengthen out long through those toes and squeeze all the muscles in the thighs, calves, and glutes as you extend. Good. Tap, lift, hold, bend, extend. Tap, lift, bend, extend. Keep those shoulders nice and broad. And focus on those left glutes and thighs doing the work here. Good, 2 more. And last one. And hold. Now from here, making sure we're broad across the shoulders, the core is engaged. We're going to tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. Squeezing the glutes with every lift. Tapping and lifting. Good work. Core is engaged. Glutes are working. Good. Let's do 5 more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now you can stay up on your palms or you can drop down onto your forearms. If you'd like to give your wrists a little bit of a rest. From here, we're going to flex the foot. We're going to bring the flexed foot toward the bum. And then, so hamstring curl, pulling flexed foot toward the bum, lowering the knee, lifting it, and repeating. So extend, bend, lower, and lift. Extend, bend, lower knee, and lift. Good. Extend, bend, lower, and lift. Extend, heel to bum, lower, and lift. Set your shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Keep lengthening through the spine. 3 more. 3. Extend and bend for 2. Extend and bend. Last 1. We're going to hold on the extension, lengthen through the neck, tighten the core, and pulse that heel up toward the ceiling. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, bend at the knee, and then pulse heel up toward the bum for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Nice long neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now we're going to give that left side a little bit of a rest as we come over onto the right side, coming down on left forearm with the right leg on top. So left elbow is below left shoulder. The forearm is parallel with the top of the mat. We're stacking the hips, the knees, and the ankles. We're bringing the shins so they're parallel with the edge of the mat. Now take a moment here to set yourself up with good form. You don't want to be slumping in the waistline. You want to be tightening everything in, pressing up through that elbow and forearm, keeping the chest nice and open. From this position, we're going to move into some fire hydrants with that right leg. So we're lifting the right leg and lowering, lifting and lowering. Good work. Lift the leg and lower it down. Now I want you to really be focusing on squeezing that side booty with every lift. Good. Let's go 5. Tighten that waistline, pushing up through the forearm. 4, 3, nice long neck. For 2, and final 1, amazing. Now extend the leg out long, not so it's aligned with the torso, but slightly forward on a diagonal. We're gonna go into some leg lifts here, lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Let's go 8, 7, abs in, 6, 5, lengthening through the toes, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, we're gonna bend, bringing the knees together, keeping the lower leg elevated and extend. Tap knees together and extend. Good. For 8, 7, extend out on that diagonal. Good. Give me 5, keep pushing that away through the forearm. 3, 2, and final 1. We're going to come out and hold and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I know they're tough. Stick with it. Nearly done. 2 and 1. Amazing work. Now from here, we're just going to take a moment to stretch. So we're going to bring that right foot in toward the left thigh, and we're just going to stretch over to the left side, stretching out the side body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to move into our all fours position, and we're going to target those right gluteus maximus muscles. So extend right leg out long, push mat away, bring the knee in and extend the leg. Tap and lift. Knee in, extend, tap and lift. Great. So really focusing on those hamstrings on the right side, on those glutes, and then you'll feel it into the calves and thighs even more if you're really pointing hard through those toes. Good. So nice, long, active leg. Let's go 4, tap and lift. For 3, extend, tap and lift. Last 2, extend, tap and lift. Last 1, extend, tap and lift. Hold it here, nice broad across the shoulders, tight core, lower, lift, lower, lift. Really squeeze your bum at the top of every lift. Make every lift count. Engage the core so you're protecting your low back. You're not overarching through the low back. Good. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down onto those forearms. Flex the foot, lengthen through the neck. Heel to bum, lower the knee, lift, extend. Heel to bum, lower the knee, lift, extend. Good work. Really flexing that hamstring as you pull the heel back toward the bum, engaging that glute. Good. Last 5 and 4. Lift and extend. Keep the foot flexed for 3, 2. Nice work. Last 1. And we're going to hold it there. Keep lengthening through the neck, engage the core, and pulse. Little control pulses. Good. 7, 6, 5, lift abdominal wall, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Bend the knee and pulse. Good. Push that heel up toward the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Really nice work on that side. We're now going to come over onto the side body, lowering the right forearm down to the floor, ensuring that there's no sort of slumping here. We're really engaging the core, pushing up through the mat, and bringing those legs so they're parallel with the edge of the mat. Good. From here, you can have your hand on your hip or down on the mat, whatever's more comfortable, going into those fire hydrants. So we're lifting and lowering that top leg, being really mindful of keeping the top hip stacked on top of the lower hip the entire time. We don't want it rolling back. Good. It's a small range of movement, and we're really squeezing those glutes and the outside thigh with every lift for 4, 3, nice open chest, 2, and 1. Good. Extending the leg out long, bringing it slightly forward and going into those leg lifts. Now you should feel this into the obliques as well as the outer thighs, hips, and glutes. Good. Let's go 7, 6, lengthening through the toes. 5, keep pushing mat away. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees together, lower leg stays lifted, and we're tapping and extending. Good. Nice work. Full extension and then tap the knees. Try not to let that hip roll back. Let's go 6, 5, keep pushing up through that elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here and pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lift a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now we're going to bring that left foot in toward the right thigh. Lift up and fold over into a stretch. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to finish off before we cool down the muscles with some upper body work. We have a shorter upper body portion in today's workout because tomorrow is a full upper body. So we want to make sure that we're not burning out the muscles too much for tomorrow's workout. So I would like you to take the knees nice and wide. The palms are about shoulder distance apart. We're going to lower down the chest, keeping the elbows in really close toward the side of the body, and then push up through the heels of the hands. Good. We're going to do 3 of those and then back into child's pose. 2, push the mat away. 3, lower and send the hips back into child's pose. Repeat. We're coming forward. 1, keep those elbows in close toward the side of the body. 2, powerfully push up through the heels of the hands. 3, amazing work. Good. Come forward. Lower the chest and push up through the heels of the hands. Focus on the triceps as you do so. That's where you should be feeling the work. Nicely done. And send the hips back. 2 more sets. 1, 2, belly to spine, nice long neck. 3, great work. And stretch it back. Last set. Come forward, lower lift, lower lift. And last one, lower lift and push back into your child's pose. Nice work. Now bring the knees to parallel. Bring the wrists so they're below the shoulders. We're going to step out into a high plank. If this is hard on the wrists, you can come down onto the forearms. I want you to find length through the body, creating a nice flat line. We're holding here. We're going to tap both knees down to the mat and then lift into your plank. Tap both knees down and lift. Powering up through those shoulders and arms, working the core. We've got 6, 5, belly to spine, 4, 3, you've got this, 2, Final one and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're doing great. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pike back into a downward dog. Good work. We're going to pedal out the heels here. Starting to cool down the body. I'd like you to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and slow, controlled breaths out through the mouth. Let your head hang heavy between your shoulders for 2 and 1. Come forward into plank. Fold your right leg under your body, coming into pigeon pose. Stretching out those hips and glutes. Good. You can be up on your fingers like so, or you can fold down over bent leg. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Cooling it down, restoring your body after having worked so hard. Nice work. Let's step back into our plank and then fold the left leg under the body, stretching and lengthening through that back leg, sitting up really nice and tall or folding over bent leg. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears here. Find length through your neck. Filling the back of the rib cage and slowly exhaling. Good. One more breath. Amazing work. From here, we're going to step the right leg back. We're going to take the knees nice and wide. Keep the hips elevated as we stretch out in puppy pose. So lengthening through the spine, drawing your armpits down toward the floor. Breathing deeply in through the nose and slowly controlling the exhale out through pursed lips. Lengthen through the neck, lengthen through the tailbone for 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring ourselves up into a seated position, bringing the soles of the feet together. Sitting up really nice and tall, stacking the vertebra, one on top of the other. And then staying in this upright position or slightly hinging forward to deepen the stretch in those inner thighs and hips. You can take your hands onto your knees and apply a little bit of pressure so that you're butterflying your knees down a little bit closer to the mat if that feels comfortable. Just enjoying the stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself up, cross your legs. Let's pick those shoulders up and roll them down and back. Lift shoulders up by your ears and open through the chest as you roll them down and back. Last one. And we are done. Amazing work, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of the challenge. So even without weight or resistance, I still felt it in all my major muscle groups, and I hope you did too. As I said, tomorrow is day 2 of the challenge, and that's the upper body and posture workout for the week. It's a good one, so I look forward to moving with you then. It will be released at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'm off to start my day, have a nice healthy breakfast and my coffee. At whatever time you're tuning in, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to working out with you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.